Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel Silly Education. In our previous video, we have already solved two examples using bubble sort, and for the practice, let us solve another example using same bubble sort algorithm. So let's get started. We need to sort this array with element 20, 10, 100, 80, and 70. And if you remember and if you can recall our first video where we have discussed key points of bubble sort, and we have discussed that if we have n elements, how many iteration we need? N minus 1 iterations. So how many elements we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 elements, so I need 4 iterations. Are you getting it? And if you remember in an example 2, after iteration 1 itself, we have got the sorted array, but still we need to trace all 4 iteration because bubble sort does not stop or does not check whether you have got the sorted array in each iteration, right? So please be careful when we are tracing the algorithm. So let's get started. So my iteration one will be 20, 10, 100, 80, and 70. So what we do, we compare the adjacent element. If the element is present lower, if the smallest element is present, or if a smaller element, when we are comparing, if a smaller element is present in a lower state, you need to swap. So comparison is a must, but swapping is a optional. Like if it is required, you need to do. So if you see 20 and 10, 10, so you will compare, you will find that 10 is less than 20, so it needs to be swapped. Why need to swap? Because when you have a sorted array, 10 should come before 20. The right position of 10 is before 20. That is why we do a swap. So whenever you find any element less than the element which you are comparing towards down, please swap it. Okay. For example, in 10 and 20, you found that 10 is below the 20, which is not right. Right. So 10 should come here, 20 should come here, 100, 80, and 70. Then again you will make a comparison 20 and 100. So if you see 20 is at right position. If you compare 20 and 100, 20 should come before 100, which is at its right position. Now 20, 100, 80, 70. So go to the next pass, that is 180. Now here you see 80 should come before 100, right? So you compare and you should know that 80 is less than 100, and that is you swap. That is 10, 20, 80, 100, 70. Then what you do? Then you again compare, that is 4. That is 170. You compare, 70 is less than 100, so 70 should come before 100. So you swap. So what you get? 10, 20, 80, 70, and 100. So this 100 is sorted. This 100 is sorted. That is the concept of bubble sort. That what we do, we bubble up. We bubble up the largest element to its last position. In second iteration, we will bubble up the second largest element to its second largest position. Are you getting it? So you have got this to its right position. That is iteration 1. Now if you see iteration 2, so we'll continue from what we have here. That is 10, 20, 80, 70, and 100. So this is already sorted, so we'll not talk about this. So 10 and 20, that is 10 is less than, only comparison, no swap, it is at right position. Okay. So if you see 20 and 80, again comparison only, will not swap because 20 should come before 80, which is right. So why so many comparison? Because it's a brute force, right? It keeps trying all the adjacent element, keeps checking until it gets the right solution. That is what. 80 and 70, here it will catch. So 80 and 70 if you see, yes. So you compare and 70 is less than 80, that is 70 should come before 80, so we need to swap. So you get 10, 20, 70, 80. So if you see, you got 80 and 100 to the right position. 100 you already got in first iteration. Second largest element is also bubbled up to the right place. Now in iteration 3, third largest element will be bubbled up to the right position. So if you take this 10, 20, 70, 80, 100, so these are already sorted. So you need to apply 10 and 20 remains this. You just make comparison, no change. Okay. And if we talk about the next passes, this and this. So 20 is less than 70, that is right position. 10, 20, 70, 80, 100. So in this case, now 70 also got it right position, right? Then iteration 4. So how many iteration we need? Where we need to stop? If you have n element, n minus 1 iteration. So how many iteration you need? 4 iteration. So you will see, you will stop there only. So 10, 20, 70, 80, 100. So these are already sorted. So what you left? Only this permutation. So you will stop here. So 10 is less than 20. That is correct position. So 10, 20, 70, 80, 100. So all of them got the right position. Only one element left, means this is already at right position. So this is your sorted array. So we have seen an example how bubble sort actually works. Now in our next video, we are going to write the algorithm. So to write the algorithm, do you think there will be two for loop used? What all for loop? One for loop for this guy, iterations, iteration 1, iteration 2, iteration 3, iteration 4, and another for loop for I'm going this passes, these passes. Are you understanding? These passes. Are you getting it or not? So for one loop will go from n, if we have an element, to n minus 1, and another will go from where? So if you see, if you have 5 elements, so how many comparison you made? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 comparisons. If you have 1, 2, 3, 3 comparison. Are you getting it? If it is I from 0 to n minus 2, because I'm starting my index to 0, not from 1. So you have iteration 0, you have iteration 1, you have iteration 2, you have iteration 3, and you have iteration 4 in case of 5 elements, right? So the other loop, this wala loop will go till where? It should go from 0 to n minus 2 minus I. This is the logic. So if you trace this, you will get it now. So if you like our videos, please do like, share and subscribe, and we are going to write the algorithm of bubble sort in our next video. Thank you.